ready? I'm ready, man. Let's go. Well, pretty much my name is Keon Hasbury. I'm the host of Sippin podcast on YouTube. We drop every Monday at 6 o'clock. Just make sure y'all tune in. Pretty much what we do over there, we just talk about the culture, the lifestyle that we go through, especially where we from, you know what I'm saying? And today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be a short documentary film about my life, It's pretty much getting to know Keon, as a person. And hopefully you like it. Oh man, well, where should I start, Well, first off, I'm from Fairfield, Alabama. As a kid, I moved out of there at a pretty young age, but you should never forget where you come from. And Fairfield is a small town in Alabama. I lived in the projects, and nowadays if people think of Fairfield as terrible, which it is, it's it's a lot of things that go on in Fairfield as it is. But I'll say when I was there, I didn't really see all of the bad things because one, I was young, but two, I have a lot. That's what my family was, It's like back in the day, man. I used to have a family on pretty much like every block, yo. That's just how I was growing up. So I always loved Fairfield. I always say to myself, if I ever get big and whatever I do, I'm gonna, go back to Fairfield and put money into it. It's always something that goes on in Fairfield. Either it's violence, it's flooding, it's just not a great place right now. But everything takes time. But yeah, that's where I'm from, man. Yeah, pretty much I'll never forget, where I come from. But like I said, I pretty much moved out of Fairfield at a young age. You know what I'm saying? My dad wanted better for us, and so he decided to move us to the east side. We was always still there though, even though we moved to the east side. We had eventually moved over to the east side. Fairfield is on the west, so it was a different lifestyle over the east side. I'm used to seeing a lot of black people, every day, but when we go to the east side, it's different. It's a different culture over there, and it's a different lifestyle over there. So we had to adjust. We can't do this around this type of crowd. We can't do, what I'm saying? Because back at home, we was more comfortable with doing anything we wanted. So we had to, get our life set up right for them, I guess, But like I said, we'll never forget where we come from. And but yeah, we had moved to the east side, on the parkway. It's a parkway on the east side. And yeah, life was pretty good, man. We had a little house over there. And everything was all right, even though we still was in Fairfield, but our home was still, we had a house over there to the east side. And like I said, everything was going all right until one day. Yeah, that was pretty much a day I'll never forget, man. My mom was out with my grandma, my cousin. They was out just having fun. And this day I'll never forget, that's the day, my life pretty much changed in a way. Nothing was good. They had a car accident. It was pretty much bad, man. My mom, she didn't survive. My grandma, she didn't survive, it was so hard on me as a kid, and I didn't really get to enjoy life with my mother. Like I said, death is hard regardless, but it's how I feel like it's how you take it. You can either take it as being a kid. You didn't get to enjoy, the life with your mother. Your mother didn't get to see you, graduate elementary school, walk. She didn't get to see you walk high school. She didn't get to see you mature as a man, you know what I'm saying? And things like that, so that was hard on me. Yeah, that was hard on me, man. Talking about how a single day pretty much can, change your life. And man, no more, you know, it's pretty much, it's hard when you think about the holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, all of the women that's usually in the kitchen, you know, cooking for you, you know what I'm saying, nothing but smiles. I really never got the chance to experience that type of joy, you know, in my life. And, you know, yeah, I was young, you know, I was pretty young, and I'll say this, it really didn't fit me like back then because I was so young. But as I got older, I started realizing things, seeing this family out, you know, with their mother, their father, you know, the kids, you know what I'm saying, the grandmother. You know, I never got to experience that. My granddad, my dad's dad, I never really met him, you know, I never met him. Like pretty much my lifestyle, I really didn't get the chance to, you know, grow with my grandmas, both of my granddads. You know, I never got that chance. So I feel like it's very important to never take life for granted, because everything could just pretty much be done with the snap of a finger, and it's serious. You know, it's pretty much, it's serious. Life is nothing to play with. I always look at my life as, man, you know, and me and my brother, you know, I have 3 bros, you know what I'm saying? I have a step bro, and I had 2 other bros, you know. I love them boys so much. You know, we always talk, you know, I have a brother named Tony. We always talk about, you know, once we get older, we just gonna look back at our life, and we're gonna be like, yeah, man, we made it. You know what I'm saying? And every time we had that conversation, that always brings joy to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's a thing to see, and, you know, it's true. We made it, even though we were young, but we made it through. Strong individuals. As I get older, you know, my life is starting to, you know, come into effect. You know, I'm starting to grow up more, starting to go to, you know, the east side schools. You know what I'm saying? My first school was on Chalkville Elementary, you know, so on, Clay Chalkville Middle School, Clay Chalkville High School, so on. And I met a lot of good friends, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know, a lot of friends pretty much didn't pass my list on what a friendship really is. You know, they always say as we get older, we always, you know, learn our lessons, you know what I'm saying? Every lesson, I feel like, and I always live with this, you know, if someone just falls out of your life, and this can be an ex, a friend, you know, your best friend, you know, if they fall out of your life, it was always, you know, meant to be. It was always destined to happen. That was always the plan, pretty much. You know, I'm a true believer of God. He makes no mistakes, and I feel like, you know, everything was the right decision on whatever takes place in your life. But growing up, man, it was pretty much good, man. Getting to play, you know, little league, football, basketball, and baseball. Athlete, I played pretty much every sport, and you know, thanks to my pops, you know, he always coached me pretty much. You know, he was hard on me, but everything paid off at the end. I like to say I was a pretty good athlete, and I thank my pops for that. I thank my pops for that. But yeah, as we get older, man, you know, we getting older, and this lady, man, you know, she touches my heart. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he's breaking out of his shell now, because he was pretty much hurt over the tragic that had happened. And, you know, he meets this lady, you know, and that lady now is my stepmom, you know, and I love her to death. She'll pretty much do anything for me, you know, give me great advice on whatever I need, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like by her coming into our life, that was a blessing from God, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, everything's been pretty good, you know. I love her so much, you know what I'm saying? She always there for me. I love her so much. And also she had her little son, which is DJ, you know, that's my little bro. He been doing pretty good things. He at Alabama, You know, coming out of high school, we went to the same high school. He could have went to a lot of good colleges, but he chose Alabama. I know Alabama was always a school that he was always interested in. He was always a fan of Alabama, and yeah, he doing pretty good things. I'm proud of that boy, for real. He stand his mind straight on. You know, people his age, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they was easily influenced by the rapper NBA Youngboy. You know, when he came out, everything was just different. You know, the world was just different. And I'm not trying to say, you know, he was the cause of all of the crimes, but he was definitely an influence of it and whatever the things do. Because like when I was younger, I'll be honest, a lot of young dudes, it wasn't out, you know, towing guns. You know, we was always interested in outside playing basketball, you know what I'm saying, playing football. We used to play this game, throw it up, get busted, you know. We used to play football and everything. We just very competitive. We just outside trying to get a sweat. But, you know, nowadays, it's a lot different. You have a lot of kids out nowadays just trying to portray an image, and, you know, they really don't care about life. You know, I feel like a lot of people they really don't understand, you know, it's a chance, man. You can end your life, and I'm not just talking about dead. I'm talking about like you can be behind these bars for the rest of your life, and it's just crazy, man. Nowadays it's the young guys, they live very fast. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, I was used to, you know, the older people getting killed. Now it's the teenagers getting killed, like left to right. It's serious, and it's crazy. Is at Clay Chalkville. Yeah, I played football over there. I even played baseball for 1 year. Things just weren't going out right with the baseball tip, you know. It just, you know, I really wouldn't want to get into detail, but, you know, I just didn't have the same opportunity as a lot of the other guys, you know what I'm saying? But on the football tip, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty much good. Played linebacker in football, you know what I'm saying? Everything turned out good. Won the state championship my junior year. Senior year, we made it to the state again, but we came up short. And I don't regret nothing about it, man. I had a great time in high school. Everything was all ball. You know, I loved high school. You know, I loved where I was at. Everything was good. I never, like, back in those days, I really never had to, you know, look over my shoulder. I really don't have to now. The way I live, you know, I live very, you know, safe, and, you know, I stay away from the drama. But yeah, Clay Chalkville really like lifted the weight off my shoulder. I really never had to look over my shoulder at all. Coming up to prom, you know, man, I was so excited. You know, I always wanted to go to prom, you know, same as everyone else. They always want to go to prom. Prom is that day, you know what I'm saying? That day, you finna get drunk, you know what I'm saying? You probably finna get you some, you finna turn up on prom. And you know what I'm saying? And I was so excited, man, cause like I remember like my senior year, you know, my uncle Reindeer, you know, he had came, we took a picture together or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We took a picture together, and I was so excited, you know, all my folks was that we was taking pictures and stuff, and yeah, everything was all good. Everything was all good. Graduated high school, you know what I'm saying, with a 3.5 GPA. You know, I was always in my books. I always did the right things. I just had it gifted, man. I really didn't have to study. I'll be honest, I really didn't study as much. I just had it, you know. I always had it, you know. It was nothing hard, you know. I just feel like school came pretty much easy to me. You know, it was nothing hard at all. Yeah, after high school, you know, everything was pretty much good. I studied at Jefferson State. You know, I wanted to be a dentist. You know, things just didn't work out with that tip. I can always go back to school with that. I'm number 23 years old, finna be 24. But I can always go back. But at the time, things just was not going right for me with the dentist tip. You know, it was just too much at the time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, everything was all good. You know, I'm living this life. You know, I'm an adult now, so doing my own things. You know, I can pretty much do anything. My dad really never was, he was never really hard on me, you know, when he basically pretty much, he let me have my freedom. You know, anything I wanted to do, he allowed me to do it because he knew I wasn't, you know, I was responsible in whatever I did. You know, I was never the type to go out and do something crazy. You know, he trusted me. Everything was all good until one night I'm sleeping. I'm great. You know, everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? My dad wake me up one morning, telling me my uncle died. My uncle had died last night. Yeah. Told me my uncle that had died last night. He had passed last night, man, and that was hard on me because, like I said, you know, I always in my family I always was the youngest one out of my cousins, my aunties, and you know I was in that boat of the youngest people, you know, growing up, and you know I really never really had the chance to, you know, chill with my uncle. I really never had the chance to, you know, go out with him, you know, just enjoy, you know, his presence. You know what I'm saying? We had a close relationship, but I just never really had the chance to do that type of thing due to the fact I was always busy with school and everything else. And I always said to myself, like, man, I'm gonna get close with my family, man. As soon as I get out of school, as soon as I graduate, I'm finna get close to my family. And that was another situation. It never could happen because of this situation. So during that process, man, I just got to thinking. I remember I'm in my dad's house. I had went out on the balcony and in the backyard, man. I just cried, man, because, you know, it's only so much, you know, a person can take. And I'll be honest with you, I was like on my last straw because I was just thinking, like, where is God? You know, I got to question God, and you know, is my family, you know, is we cursed or something like that? I was just going through it, you know, mentally. You know, I just couldn't never catch a break because, you know, my uncle, he was having a great time. You know, he just went to the casino. He a gambler, you know, a born hustler. He gonna get his money regardless. And, you know, come back from the casino and to wake up to this bad news, you know, that's crazy, bro. Like that's just a lot of people really can't take, you know, honestly. Yeah, a lot of people really can't take that in. Yeah. But thanks to my family, you know, we was always close. You know, my brother, we always talk about things. And I feel like if I didn't have any, you know, brothers and sisters and none of that, aunties, I probably wouldn't even be able to, you know, hold my peace in. You know, I'd probably be out here going crazy. But thanks to everybody, you know, we keep everything in peace. You know what I'm saying? We keep everybody straight. And yeah, thanks to my family for that. For real, thanks to my family for that. But yeah, so after that, man, I'll be honest, like after going through a lot, like I had plans on, you know, I'm just finna get away. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get away from whatever. You know, I'm tired of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of everybody. You know, I ain't got nobody out here that really care for me and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get away. You know, just move to a whole nother state. You know what I'm saying? Change everything up. Never was afraid to do it. I always will do it. You know. But yeah, I mean, years down the road, you know what I'm saying, after everything that went on, you know, years down the road, everything was all ball, everything was going pretty good. You know, I met the love of my life. You know, I engaged, you know, I proposed to her, you know, we engaged, supposed to be getting married soon, and I love her name Tiffany. I love her to death, man. You know, a true blessing of my life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once you meet the true one, the real one, you know, your life will open up in a different way. You know, you'll start seeing everything in a different way. You would start peeping things out, you know what I'm saying, who really there for you, and in a positive way. You may think it of a negative, but in a positive way. Cause man, you know, growing up, you know, I always been the type to, you know, support everybody. I always been the type to be there for everybody, but you know, it's just real peaches and cream, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's a lot of people out here, they'll pretty much hate on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll hate on you because you get along with people. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want you, they don't want to say, if this guy doing successful and you start doing successful, he don't want you to pass him up. If you start doing something and he's successful and you start getting more successful, he don't want you to pass him up at all. And that's just how life is. And you know, as I got older, you know, I'm 23, and I peep a lot of things about different people, you know, individuals, people that I maybe was even close with. It's just people just different, man. And I just had to realize, you know, everybody is not the same. Everybody is different in a way. And I feel like what was hurting me, killing me on the inside so bad, is because I was expecting everybody to be like me, like, because like I'm not just gonna be the type to say I'm the realest person on the planet, you know, I'm the honest person, you know, I'm not finna do no flaw stuff on the planet and stuff like that. But I'm just a solid guy, man, and I know right from wrong, and I know things what not to do. And I just feel like that's what was, you know, killing me on the inside, because I was expecting this person or this group to, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't do the things that they do. And yeah, it got me too, man, I promise you. I started seeing things in a different way, you know. Oh man, it's crazy, bro. It's a lot of people. I started seeing things in a different way, you know, how people, you know, they glamorize everybody else, you know, success. And you know, it's just, they just forget about you. And I just feel like, I look at when other people try to be like another person, I look at it like you selling your soul, bro. That's just how I look at it. That's just me. I look at it like, if another person trying to be like somebody else, I just feel like, I look at it in a way as same as you selling your soul away. That's just me, and that's just how I think. Due to the fact that things that I'd have been through, you know what I'm saying, and knowing how people lives and knowing how words probably can affect a person, that's why I started my podcast, Sippin Podcast. The narrative, a lot of people maybe think of it as, you know, a drinking thing, you know, the liquor drinking thing, which it can be, because we push that as well. But I wanted to come up, me and my fiance, we came up with this idea to have sipping mean something. So we came up with the word, we came up with the words and everything else. So we came up with self is powerful, pretenders is not. And that's the true meaning behind sipping. And I feel like the things that we talk about the things that we talk about over at Sippin Podcast, it can touch you in a major way. You know, things that you may be going through that day, we probably touch that topic, and you know, it'll make you look at life a different way. You know, it'll make you look at life a totally different way. And that's my meaning behind Sippin Podcast, is to touch people. You know, like I want people to like realize, you know, just because you always been counted out on, you know what I'm saying, you always never been looked at, never give up on your dreams and keep going, bro, because like we in the same boat now. Just hop on the train with me, bro. Like we gonna get it together, and everything gonna be alright at the end of the road. You just gotta be strong and maintain, and you know what I'm saying, just hold on. Everything gonna be alright, because you know, my intention is never to get to the top and shit on people. My intentions is to get on top and, you know, motivate the people that think they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Help them out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a position now is that people wouldn't look at me as like, yeah, they'll probably look at me as like, yeah, Keon got a podcast, he gonna stop. But baby, I'm a year strong. Every Monday 6 o'clock, and I'm doing it. And you know, I'm proud of myself, you know what I'm saying? Because there's more to it, you know. I really want to touch people in a way. And yeah, man, my life is it's complicated, it's crazy, but I never, I never want sympathy from anyone, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I like to tell somebody, you know what I'm saying, yeah, bro, I'd have been through that too, man, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this together, bro. Like, you made it, you know what I'm saying? Smile. Everything gonna be all right. And I just feel like everybody just need to remember that, because everything is gonna be all right. Just stay prayed up, and yeah, don't forget that. More of the story, man. You want to hear like something else? I'm gonna end it off with this, bro. More of the story. Always be yourself. You feel me? And never be a pretender. Self is powerful. Pretenders is not. Self is powerful. Pretenders is not. Remember that. Stick to that code, and everything gonna be all right. Yeah. Yeah.